Welcome to a Physionic video, or if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be answering the question of how much melatonin do we need for sleep. So what is the appropriate dosage that we should be intaking? Now, a lot of people have trouble sleeping and a lot of people say that melatonin doesn't work for them. Well, in this video you might actually be surprised that you might not be taking melatonin correctly, if that's possible. So that's what we'll be discussing in a short, sweet, science-based video. And without further ado, let's get started. Now, before we get started, of course, you should consult with your primary care physician. However, I can give you some general recommendations and then you can just kind of look after yourself, however you want to play that. However, the recommendations for dosage are really pretty variable when it comes to melatonin. Usually people start with 1 milligram total, then they might jump up to 3 milligrams, and then they might jump up to about 5 milligrams total of melatonin. And then when it comes down to it, some people like to base it off of their kilograms, so how much they weigh. So kilograms would be your pounds divided by 2.2 would give you kilograms, and then you multiply that by 0.1. So that would be the amount of milligrams then based on your body weight. However, that said, a lot of people, even if they consume a decent amount of melatonin, they feel like it doesn't have a profound impact. Well, there are two main reasons that I can think of why that is, and one of them people actually think about blue light, which is looking at your phone, looking at your computer screen, looking at your television. All those actually impact your body's ability to use melatonin and process melatonin. So that said, if you're watching anything on your TV, on your laptop, etc., you're actually blocking your brain's ability to create melatonin, which means that your melatonin is then going to be depressed, which means then, again, that you're not going to be able to go to sleep nearly as readily. So keeping that in mind and making sure that you switch those off for at least 15 to 20 minutes before you go to bed is really important, and allowing that drowsiness to set in. Another thing is, however, the thing that most people don't think about is the fact that melatonin is very short. It doesn't live very long in our system, and our body clears it out quite quickly. So that said, it's really necessary to not only take a fast-acting pill of melatonin, but also taking a long release. So trying to find that distinction, going to the store and finding a fast-acting for that immediate drowsiness, but then to stay asleep if you have some sort of melatonin deficiency or melatonin issues, you should be taking a fast-release melatonin supplement so that you don't wake up in the middle of the night, or that you continue to have good quality sleep, which melatonin, of course, supplies us. So that's really important, those two things. Getting the appropriate dosage is one of them, of course. Then turning off any sort of blue light, which is any sort of screen that you have in front of you, an electronic. And then, of course, the third thing, so I guess there are three things. The third thing is getting a fast-acting and a long-releasing melatonin supplement. Hopefully that turns out to be really beneficial for you. And again, of course, consult your physician before making any sort of changes to your supplement stack or dietary intake. That said, I would really appreciate if you subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one. See ya.